What's up everybody, NT Certified here, back with another video. This is a wrestling figure video and I am excited about this one, and I've waited months. To do this unboxing because I wasn't sure exactly where I was going to put these, and I wanted to wait until I put more figures in my room. So as you can see behind me, and you can check out my video from a couple days ago where I set up new shelves for the figures on the wall, so check that out when you get a chance. But these are figures that came from overseas. A friend of mine overseas had some figures, some Hasbros that he was looking to sell and get rid of, and I made some purchases, and these are my first ever Hasbro figures. I've had everything else. I've had Mattels, and I've had Jakks, and I've had Galoobs, and I've had LJN figures. I have never ever had Hasbro figures. So let's take the paper off of these and take a look at what I have. Everything is wrapped perfectly, so we're gonna unwrap these one by one and take a look at these amazing figures. First up, oh, very nice, and it comes with the accessories. Look at that, look at that. That is the Big Boss Man, and he comes with the freaking nightstick. Are you kidding me? He comes with the accessory. That is the Big Boss Man right there. Really, really cool. Alright, next up, move Boss Man to the side for a second. Next up we have, can't even see who that is in the plastic there. Who we have? Come on, open up. Ooh, this is Scott Steiner from the Steiner Brothers. Hopefully that focuses right there. But that's Scott Steiner, and like the paint detail, everything is impeccable on these first two figures so far. So Big Boss Man, Scott Steiner. I know who this is. I can see who this is through the package. Next up is Davey Boy Smith. This is the British Bulldog with body press slam action. This is cool. This is cool. And he's actually in really good shape too. Like the paint job on him is really good. That's a really nice figure. I know who this is as well. This is Bret the Hitman Hart. Now I'm looking at this Bret and I'm noticing that he is a lot more beefy. Mainly a lot more beefier than the British Bulldog, which is kind of weird. Like this is a bigger figure overall. He's bigger than all three of these figures. I'm wondering if somehow they started making the figures bigger once they started getting into like later waves. But that's Bret the Hitman Hart. We have another one here. This looks like Axe from Demolition, maybe? I'm not sure if that's Axe or Smash. That's Smash, I think, from Demolition. The WWF version of the Road Warriors is what that is. And then here we have, is this a double? So we have another Big Boss Man. So this must be Boss Man doing like the running clothesline. Now if I take a look at these two Boss Man figures, I realize that this one is a little less detailed. He has a bigger belly, whereas this one is a little bit more muscular, a little bit more beefier. So that tells me that this Boss Man and that Bret the Hitman Hart are from later waves, whereas the other figures are from earlier waves. So as they got better, they made better figures. Similar to what they do with like WWE and Mattel right now. They're just making better figures. Next up, we have the Mountie. Now that is a really nice figure. This might be my favorite of them all, because the paint job's cool, and he was actually a pretty cool character. Despite not being a great character, he was pretty cool for the WWF days, and I believe he goes over here. And then, of course, rounding out the loosies, this is Hulk Hogan, brother. Hulk Hogan, and I'm sure he goes with the bigger waves. He's a much beefier figure than the other four. This is the later Hulk Hogan. There's a couple earlier versions of Hogan, but I don't believe he had those. If so, I would have purchased those. But this one has a few small like scuff marks on it. The paint job is not as clean on this Hogan, but you know, he's flexing. He doesn't move at all. That's the one thing about this Hogan, is that, oh, he does. He flexes. He flexes. That's what I'm talking about. Very cool. Now, let's get to the good stuff. Sealed Hasbro figures. I have two. My first ever sealed Hasbro figure. And I was able to get a decent discount on this one in particular because I don't think the card was in perfect shape. Actually, this card is in really good shape. This is Jake the Snake Roberts, or El Serpiente in I don't know, Spanish, I think is what I'm looking for. But this is World Wrestling Federation, Jake the Snake Roberts. Now, this is the Spanish version of the figure. This is not the American card. This is the Spanish card. So none of this is in English other than World Wrestling Federation, which is fine with me because these are my first two Hasbro figures. So that's really cool to have, you know, Jake the Snake. Maybe I'll look into possibly investing more into Hasbro's, but I know they're freaking expensive beyond the moon, you know. And this is the one I got a really good price for because the card was bent. But this is Andre the Giant. This is Andre the Giant. This is also a Spanish card, but you know, despite that, you know, it is a sealed Hasbro, so not bad for my first purchase of a Hasbro figure, or Hasbro figures in general. Like, all of these are really nice figures. All the paint detail is still really good, and I'm really happy with my purchases here. And this Andre the Giant is really nice and clean, whereas the Jake the Snake is not as clean. It looks like it's gotten some like dirt or dust or something inside of the packaging, probably some air. There's a small slit there. So this package has turned brown, whereas this one is still fully sealed. It's still clear. So Jake the Snake, not as much. Andre the Giant, very cool. And that's all, folks. I am going to put these somewhere on my wrestling shelf. Actually, let's figure out a place to put them right now. All right, so I went ahead and I set this this little bad boy up with a couple different figures just the other day, actually, when I put up my big wall shelf with all my new figures. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to put some of my Hasbros in here and mix them in with some of my other figures. So let me slide Jericho in a little bit, and I'll put the big boss man right there. Maybe take the Mountie and put the Mountie right there. These all stand perfectly, by the way. And then maybe I'll put Hogan here on a shelf by himself. Move down a little bit. Actually, second shelf from the bottom. Put Davey Boy Smith. Put the other boss man, and maybe another one. Maybe, yeah, I'll put Smash there. And then last but not least, we have a Steiner. Go ahead and put Steiner there as well. And that's where I'm going to mix in my Hasbros. So that's all for today, guys. I do want to thank you for watching. As always, much appreciated if you made it to the end of this video. I am NT certified. Don't forget to like, comment, most importantly, share this video with your friends. Let them know that I have a wrestling lifestyle channel and subscribe. Become a part of the wrestling lifestyle. We need you in the wrestling community, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.